and the Peace by Carl Hart and Sarah Warburton. Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story about the Princess and the Peace. I am Lily Rose May, a sweet little girl. My eyes were bright blue and my hair are so curly. I live with my dad in a beautiful wood. I am kind and polite and usually good. I did all my homework and cleaned out my rabbits. I did not pick my nose or have other bad habits. I kept my room neat and was eager to please. Until one day my dad tried feeding me peas. When I found the peas on my plate, I worked myself in a terrible state. But darling, said Dad, can you manage, Phil? The air was so tiny and so good for you. I ran out, my dinner uneaten, but Dad was determined he wouldn't be beaten. So he went to the library and bought home a book. Then he pulled on his apron and started to cook. He made smoothies and shakes and biscuits and cakes. What I said, it made me feel poorly. My hands were sweaty. My skin felt crawly. My tummy is churning. I'm going to be terribly, horribly sick. Next morning, the doctor jumped out of his car, shouting, open wide, and say, ah. Then he wrote down, quite pretty, polite, and allergic to peas. He thought he was right. With all things considered, I have to assess this disease has no cure. She is a princess. You have to be joking, my father exclaimed. To prove it, the doctor told us a terrible tale of a beautiful maiden caught up in a gale. She came to the palace, all covered in snow, crying, please let me in. I am a princess, you know, to make sure that the poor girl was telling the truth. The queen made a bed pile as high as the roof, and right at the bottom, she snuck a pea. Then she tucked the girl with a hot mug of tea. If the pea wakes her up, we will have a royal wedding. No princess can sleep with a pea in her bedding. The poor girl was terribly ill, and all night through she did not sleep a wink. She was bruised, black and blue. You see, every princess is allergic to peas. So she said to the queen, do get it off it, please. The queen was so sorry. She vowed there and then to never have peace in the palace again. That's why your daughter must move to the palace today. Even one pea might kill her. I gave my daddy a cuddle. Oh, what shall I do? I'm such a big muddle. I would love to live in the palace, but I want to stay here in the forest with you. I know, soothed my dad, but the doctor knows best. So we packed all my toys and clothes in a chest. Then off to the palace I went with a promise to write to my dad every day. The queen said, how lovely, a brand new princess. You'll find all you need up the stairs in the room. Just make sure you come down to dinner at noon. This isn't so bad, I thought it with a smile. I've got my own bedroom and teddies galore. I put on my dress and some fabulous shoes. So I swept home to lunch in a princess way. Ah, there you are, darling, the king and queen smiled. You're safe now. Don't worry, your poor little child. Your old dad gave you peace. What's a high dearest cry? Do you know what we are having for lunch? Can you guess? Our very best chef made it especially for you. A lovely bowl of cold cabbage stew. Yuck! I shouted. Now, eat your lunch, then your training can start. You have a lesson of smiling, waving, and shaking of hands. 3 hours of waving and a bowl of slushy green slush every day. I thought living here would be lots of fun, but this is a nightmare. Oh, what shall I do? I ran to the queen and said, I may not be the princess, and I have to go home to my dad right away. I'm sure I can learn to eat peas if I try. Then I gave back the jewel and said, thank you, goodbye. Now I'm an expert in peas. I just slip down the ketchup, chocolate, or cheese. Then I gobbled them up as quick as can be, and I never went back to the palace for tea again. Thank you.